Broncos return in 2025, led by Maddox Matson. Mountain West favorites again. Playoff berth likely. They keep it rolling. They return so much on the offense and defense. Their schedule is very favorable. We're going to see what they can give Notre Dame some fits in October, but other than that, look for them to win the Mountain West again, once again get to the playoffs, and really challenge on a national level in 2025.
I get it. 15 straight years of being picked to win the Mountain West could get boring after a while. This their final year in the Mountain West before heading off to the new Pac 8 or 12 or whatever you want to call it. Boise State looks as good as ever, probably more improved from last season, if that were even possible. They do lose their Heisman finalist in Ashton Jeanty, but they return their quarterback and much of their production from last year's team. 9 offensive starters returning for the Broncos, 6 on defense. Their schedule is cherry. Their toughest competition, surely Notre Dame, UNLV with Dan Mullen over there and his new squad. San Jose State could give them some trouble. But for the most part, it's going to be Broncos returning from the playoffs and perhaps going even deeper this year. Their starting 11 on either side of the ball has so many upperclassmen with experience that they're by far the deepest team in the Mountain West, one of the deepest teams in the country. Junior quarterback Maddox Matson's at the helm. They're going to require him to do a lot more than they did last year. They're going to run the ball the way they want to. They have a trio of running backs coming in this season that will fill in the gap as best as they can, but they're going to rely on air-it-out offense and put up some big numbers through the air for the Broncos. Looking at their schedule, it's not a bad schedule, just favors Boise State in nearly every game they play. They got South Florida to start the season. From there, they got a home opener against Eastern Washington. They could head out to Air Force. You got Appalachian State, teams that definitely not to sleep on. From there, they got Notre Dame in South Bend, taking on national runner-ups from a year ago. They have a lot of turnover for the Fighting Irish, but still going to be just as competitive, a top 10 team this year. Depending on how they do in Notre Dame, it's going to determine the rest of their season, how high they can go. From there, you got New Mexico at home, easy game. You got the uncertain UNLV, always going to be competitive. They go on the road in Nevada. You got Fresno State, you got San Diego State. Games that they should have no problem getting it done. You got Colorado State to finish out your home schedule. And then you're at Utah State at the end of the year with probably the weakest team, one of the weakest teams in the Mountain West. Hopefully they don't get lethargic, let one of these games slip away, but surely it's going to be all the Broncos and riding their own ticket, seeing how far they can go. Looking at the floor for the Broncos, I don't see them losing any more than 3 games. It's just that good of a squad they have. And looking at the ceiling, is it that much of a stretch to say, if they can handle Notre Dame in October, that they can finish out the rest of the season undefeated? I know it's practically impossible with, this modern football, but, if any team can do it, it's this team in this conference with that schedule, with the type of players that they have on their squad. They could upset Notre Dame, and from there you're a high seed in the playoffs, and from there they may be able to do damage, go further this year.